Well guys, I thought we'd take a break from all the serious stuff this week and get into what we're really all wondering. What are the best philosophy book covers? Because really, if you're going out with someone and want to seem smart, talking about metaphysics is just gonna bore them. But subtly showing them that you read about metaphysics might do the job. So let's take a look at some book covers for books that you might not read, but it'll look good on your bookshelf regardless. And who's gonna know if you've read them or not? I won't tell. Number 10 is Simulacra and Simulation, published by the University of Michigan Press. Now, I know this is a pretty basic design, but that fits with this book. Having anything, like a Stegosaurus, would be both too much and too little. It wouldn't fully illustrate what Baudrillard talks about, but it also would be too much, you know? This little grid map thing is good, and it relates to the first part of the book in a way. Number 9 is the Analects, published by Penguin Classics. Now, I'm sure many of you expected Penguin Classics to make an appearance on this list, and this won't be their last appearance. But this cover just looks dope. It kinda looks 3D and you get a small little window of Confucius, similar to how this book is like looking through a small little window into his wisdom. Alright, number 8 is The Stranger, published by Knopf Doubleday Publishing. Again, we have a simple bare bones design, but you can't deny the fame that surrounds this cover. I don't even know of any other covers for The Stranger. And on top of that, The Stranger is one of those first philosophy books that so many people pick up. So a lot of people have come across it. Number 7 is The Principles of Human Knowledge and Three Dialogues from Oxford World's Classics. I love this old cartoon style with the cross-hatching shading coming right out of a Thomas Nast comic, so it's already won me over there. But on top of that, you get this experimental design with all these heads. It's really cool. Maybe this should be higher, I don't know. But regardless, number 6 is The Philosophical Inquiry into the Origins of the Sublime and Beautiful from Penguin Classics. Now I gotta give a shout out to Oxford World's Classics version as well, because that also fits this book. But I went with this one because you see the viewer, out there in the world viewing nature. I think if the person were looking off a giant cliff, that fit the sublime more, but this is good too. Number 5, I'm gonna go with the Tao Te Ching by Oxford World's Classics. Alright, wow, this is beautiful. I would hang this up in my room. This would actually be awesome wall art. The blue colors everywhere, kinda like water, and then the nature focus perfectly relates to this book. It honestly should be higher, I don't know what I'm thinking. Okay, number 4, we're gonna go with The Essential Leviathan by Hackett Publishing. So this was a tough one, let me explain why. I wanted to have the Leviathan art on this list somewhere. It's iconic and beautifully represents the book. This cover holds the full thing. Penguin Classics, for some reason, decides to zoom way in on the Sovereign and leave out all the people that makes him up. Penguin Classics, that is a big mistake. That was not a Happy Feet move. So number 3 is Beyond Good and Evil, published by Oxford World's Classics. Now all of Oxford's Nietzsche books are pretty unique, but this one takes the cake. First of all, we got this guy here who kind of reminds me of a ghoul from Fallout. And I don't know the context of this painting at all, but it kind of has this dark, evil atmosphere about it. Maybe it's the night sky, maybe it's the yell, maybe it's Voldemort here, but the vibes are strong in this one. Now number 2 is another Nietzsche book, and that is The Gay Science from Vintage Publishing. So again, we do have a pretty simple cover here. I mean, the bright colors do stand out amongst the black background, but what really makes this book number 2 is its fame. I mean, when you just think of a Nietzsche book, any Nietzsche book, you might be thinking of this exact cover. And it's cool that Walter Kaufmann's name is very big, because you know, for us English readers, Kaufmann is what introduced us to Nietzsche. So I'm glad he's getting the recognition here. And finally, number 1, it's gotta be The Phenomenology of Spirit from Oxford University Press. Alright, a lot of you might be mad at me about this, but let me explain. Yes, it's a bare bones cover in terms of design. There is almost nothing fun or unique about it. But arguably, this has to be one of the most infamous covers ever. This thing has appeared in so many hands of terrified philosophy students. This thing has appeared in so many memes. It is the visual manifestation of confusion. And I mean, okay, to be fair to the design, that is a very interesting yellow. Or is it a tan? Is tan a shade of yellow? But yeah, that is my ranking of the top 10 philosophy book covers. I'd love to hear your thoughts because this has been extremely subjective. So what are your top 10 philosophy book covers? Comment below, and while you're down there, subscribe, like, and hit the bell. And with that guys, I wish you all a beautiful rest of your day.